You already know these things about tattooed women, right? Hello and welcome to One Mail. You might have seen a lot of women with tattoos lately and wondered what's up with them. Are they all rebellious? Crazy? In this video, I'm going to break down some of the myths about women with tattoos and give you the real scoop. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. So grab a cup of coffee and join me for a few minutes while I share what I've learned. Tattoos and piercings were previously designated for sailors, gamblers, monsters, prostitutes, and others who did not fit in. However, tattoo culture has only recently emerged and expanded worldwide in the last 10 to 15 years. In terms of piercings, the piercing culture was tolerated, and their parents appeared to allow them to get them because it wasn't seen as a permanent mistake. The piercings could be removed at any time without causing them any actual harm. On the other hand, they serve a specialized purpose and are no longer as simply or cheaply removed as they formerly were. Women tattoo themselves as a form of mating signal to attract tattooed men. They want to play the role of a female chameleon. That's the end of it. Maybe they're doing it to fit in with the other women. Women with tattoos are regularly seen in a variety of restaurants and pubs. When it comes to getting tattooed, more women than men participate. According to a new poll by the Oxygen Network and Lightspeed Research, 59% of women have tattoos compared to 41% of men. Covering tattoos is also a way for a woman to show off her wealth in terms of how much money she spent on them in the first place. She claims to be wealthy enough to have her body tattooed for thousands of dollars. The same is true for ladies who wear fake nails. They are telling the rest of the world that they don't have to work very hard or do manual labor. With their floppy bits, women are notoriously lousy at long-term planning. They can't see themselves at 30, 40, or 50. Women who have tattoos are less likely to establish a long-term relationships since their attractiveness fades with age, and they are less emotionally stable than women who do not have tattoos. According to the symptoms, the tattooed women are broken. Tattooed women are more forceful and have more sexual partners than non-tattooed women. Isn't it obvious that if you have tattoos all over your body and you're a woman, the only way to draw attention to them is to take your clothes off? According to Hayward of the National Institute of Health, women with tattoos initiate sex earlier, have more intercourse, and engage in unsafe sex as teenagers. In addition, tattooed women are more impulsive and risk-takers because they lack thoughtfulness. That could be because they are concerned about how their bodies will age, and according to the article, women with tattoos have a lower IQ. According to the study, tattooed persons are angry and prone to delinquent behavior. Tattooed psychiatric patients are more likely to have an antisocial personality disorder, have been sexually assaulted, used drugs, or attempted suicide in the past. Females with body piercings have been connected to violent behavior. Scientific facts are brutal to refute. In the pornographic profession, you can see refined women with tattoos or classy patterns. Women with tattoos on their hands and necks are becoming more common, and trends that arise there will eventually find their way into the mainstream. The problem is that many employers will not hire persons with visible tattoos. Caviar women have always used clothes, jewelry, and cosmetics to express their youth and sexuality. They are getting tattoos now. They have no idea what they are doing and are unaware that the more color they add to their tattoos, the more trouble they'll have in the future. They don't seem to know that it's permanent and that no matter how much money they spend on expensive lasers, the outline will always be there and never be erased. It'll be like making love to a faded billboard if you make love to these cat ladies with stretched out tattoos on their cankles and faux paws. You'll most likely be 100 or 102 if you smell like whiskers and cheese. You essentially get to ride on her back. There's a reason it's called a stamp. It's commonly known that women with tattoos prefer to flaunt them by stripping naked. Women used to be able to get tattoos on their ankles, lower backs, or anywhere else where the sun didn't shine. Tattoos have negative health repercussions, such as allergic skin reactions and an increased cancer risk. The study found that red ink is the most damaging to food, and while the FDA regulates vitamins and supplements in the United States, it does not regulate tattoo ink. Black is the easiest color to erase with a laser. Because black ink absorbs the most laser pulses, it can be removed from the skin far more quickly than vivid, lighter hues like green and yellow. Many tattoos nowadays are done with cheap Chinese ink, and you have no idea what you're putting into your body. People didn't live as long in the past as they do now, and there weren't nearly as many prostitutes and criminals to study how tattoos and chemicals affect the human body. Cancer has already been linked to tattoo ink. Urine was sometimes mixed with coal dust to make tattoo ink because it was thought to have antibacterial characteristics. Thankfully, most tattoo ink is made up of colors coupled with a carrier, with extra additives ranging from Listerine to Ketel One vodka to aid in sterilizing. Most individuals are unaware that it is not a single needle tip perforating their skin when they get tattooed. Tattoo needles are made up of groups of needle points that are driven into the skin by a machine. This results in a staggering amount of skin punctures throughout the tattooing procedure. When you receive a tattoo, the ink is injected straight into the dermis or the second layer of skin. The skin atop the dermis is referred to as the epidermis, and it works as a sheer veil over the tattoo. Although many world faiths have taken strong anti-tattooing stances, not all have decided to condemn the practice. Tattoos have historically been used to improve spirituality in religions such as Buddhism and Hinduism, and the Course does not frown. Contrary to Confucius' assertion, stone sculptures in China show males having tattoos on their faces as early as the 3rd century BC. Although some supported the practice, many in ancient China believed tattoos should be used as punishment to label and banish criminals. We inject ink into our bodies with no answers or science to back it up. The government turns a blind eye because those businesses earn tax revenue, and who cares if people in the United States become ill or die due to tattoos? The tattoo industry is worth more than $2 billion, and the FDA is only now investigating how ink is broken down within the body. They include hazardous elements such as mercury, and women are dumb enough to acquire a lot of tattoos. Are they going to be concerned about cancer when they are 40 or 50 if they are not worried about sagging tattoos when they are 30? Nothing else matters to them but their current appearance. As a result, they expect others to come to their aid. They will eventually allege that the FDA failed to warn them appropriately and will almost certainly sue the government. They will go to any length, including obtaining tattoos, to avoid taking responsibility for their actions. Suppose the only way to dissuade women from getting tattoos is to make them socially unacceptable. In that case, we'll probably see a return to piercings since everything is cyclical once your parents hear about how horrible tattoos are. They will essentially warn their children against it, which will be socially unacceptable. Many women will, at the very least, have smaller tattoos. Ladies will go to great lengths to improve their beauty, as we all know. Anyways, if you want to know more about feminists and how they are begging for marriage right now, then make sure to watch my recent video about it. Some people might say that it's a sign of desperation, but I think there's something else going on. Make sure to check it out.